Well, Sarah Langley, welcome to Heart of the City.
Thank you so much for having me. I was so happy to be here.
I am so excited to be chatting with you. You are one of the easiest people to talk to on the face of this planet. So everyone just buckle up. We are about to just go into like full bestie mode right now, and we've only known each other like a year.
No, literally.
Okay, so Sarah, you own an incredible mobile spray tanning business called Tan by Sarah. Love the tank today.
Thank you. I had to represent.
You got a rep. Speaking of which, I'm glowing thanks to Sarah. She came yesterday and sprayed me, which has like become my new favorite form of self-care.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, my group chat with Sally and Casey is just like always popping off after we get a spray tan. We honestly feel like we could like be walking the runway, like feel like $1 million. So
Thank God.
Your work is so important. Okay?
Thank you so much. Yesterday when you texted me about like getting a spray tan,
Yeah.
You were just asking for you, and then shortly after, I was surprised you didn't ask for Sally and Casey.
Yeah.
And you texted and you're like, actually, can they join? It's like a moth to a flame.
Yes, it really is. Honestly, Sally was like, Ames, you should get spray tan before you interview Sarah. I'm like, oh, great call. Let me just see if she happens to have a spare moment. And then of course, if any of them know I'm spray tanning, they're like, wait, can we come? You know, it's like the group spray tan becomes like
Absolutely.
a no-brainer. So yes, I'm so excited to just dive into your work and how all this started. So, okay, at what point were you like, I'm going to bring mobile spray tanning to Chattanooga?
Well, it was kind of a journey because people will ask me like, oh my gosh, are you passionate about spray tans? And I'm like, no, you know, like I don't know if most people are passionate about spray tans. So what I was passionate about and still is owning a business. That's what I always wanted. That was my dream. And I had multiple different like avenues to do that. But basically the long story short is when I was in college, I was studying social work. And I was really thinking that I was going to go down the social work path and maybe graduate and like go to counseling school and open up something in that world. But the longer I was in it and like was in an internship and like dipped my toes into the social work world, I was thinking, this is so sad. This is a very sad career. And shout out to all the social workers because they are doing amazing work and it's so necessary and important. But after my senior year internship, they offered me a job where I was at, and the job offer was for $32,000. And so I was thinking, you know what? You can be sad or you can be broke, but you can't be both.
No, sure can't.
Be both.
Nope, we're not going to be crying for no money, okay?
No, exactly. So
oh God,
I was like, hey, I still want to own my own business. I don't know what that's going to be, but I was very open to something. And I was listening to this podcast, and the owner of the solution brand that I use, she was on the podcast, and she was kind of talking about her start because now she's huge. She's a huge celebrity spray tan artist. She's so talented. She has a whole self-tan line like in Ulta and Sephora. So that's where she makes her money now. But she said she started with mobile spray tanning, and I was like, I wonder if anybody in Chattanooga even does that.
Yeah.
And nobody was. And so I'm like, I got to jump on this opportunity ASAP. Like, I like a spray tan. Like, let's just make this happen.
No brainer.
You know? Yeah. And so really that was the start. It was like kind of delusion and a dream to own a business. And I was like, okay, I'll just do it. You know, I'm young. I was 24 at the time.
Right out of college.
Oh, yes.
My gosh.
And so I'm like, let's just do it. Let's try.
Okay, so your friends and your family, like, did they take some convincing or did they get it?
I think that most people were a little bit shocked. Like I was like, hey guys, I think I'm going to spray tan people.
Even just the delay.
You know, like
spray tan people.
And people were just like, people were excited for me for sure, but I think probably a little hesitant.
Yeah.
I was very scared to call my parents and tell them because I was like, I was so privileged and blessed that my parents paid for my tuition in college. So I'm like, what am I going to do when I call up my dad and say, Dad, I actually am going to start spray tanning people. Like, he doesn't even know
what that is,
what that means, what that could mean, you know? So, but he was actually so supportive. He has been, even since I was a kid, wanted me to be an entrepreneur my whole life. Like that's always been in me. He owns his own business. And so he was like, oh yeah. He was like, 80% of people don't use their college degree. And he's like, it's no problem. You have it. So he was so kind, thankfully.
That is a really interesting point. And I feel like college is so much more than just about getting your degree, honestly.
Totally.
Like those are such developmental years that
Absolutely.
being surrounded by those types of people and just in that environment still with some structure, I think is a really big game changer for young people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I don't think you should be hard on yourself at all for not using your degree. However, as you may know, I am the owner and editor of the Scout Guide Chattanooga, and one of my favorite parts of publishing the guide is getting to discover the incredible local businesses that more people deserve to know about. As we're wrapping up scouting for our next edition, we have just a handful of placements left, and I want to ask for your help. Who is a business in Chattanooga that consistently goes above and beyond? Maybe it's a boutique you can't stop recommending, or a restaurant you take every out-of-towner to, a designer, wellness provider, home expert, or creative entrepreneur who does exceptional work and has built something really special. The Scout Guide has always been about celebrating the people and businesses that make our city unique. Not necessarily the biggest names, but the ones creating remarkable experiences and serving our community with excellence. So, if someone immediately comes to mind, email us at chattanooga@thescoutguide.com or send us a message on Instagram. We'd love to learn more about them before we finalize this next volume. And if you've ever wondered whether your business might be a good fit for the Scout Guide, this is the perfect time to reach out. I'd love to have that conversation. We can't wait to see your recommendations. We'll get into more. I mean, you thinking you're going to open a counseling practice, like that's basically what you do. I mean,
it's true.
The amount of deep talks we've had and the stories I'm sure you hear from people. I mean, you are in such a vulnerable space with these people. I mean, you predominantly spray women.
Yes.
Which totally fair and understandable because, I mean, there's a very short list of people that I will get butt ass naked with and just stand there in like a little globe and let you just spray me down. Like, you know, that's like really intimate. And you have this very special way of just breaking down that barrier and not even making people think twice about it.
Thank you. That's
I mean,
so kind.
So I do think that's tethered to your background and like your passion for people, your passion for just the heart of who people are and like being the type of person that's approachable and really, really just like grounded. And so, okay, let's talk about that. Like, does that ever feel awkward? Does that ever feel like a lot of responsibility? Does that like, how was that, especially at first when you were like, oh, I'm going to walk into these people's homes and they're going to get naked and I'm going to spray them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think awkward. I never felt awkward. I did feel so scared at first, of just especially those first couple of times of going into a stranger's house and being like, okay, get naked.
Yeah. Which, throwing it out there, it's to your comfort zone. Like,
absolutely.
So everyone can spray with as much clothes as they want on.
Absolutely. I tell people you can be in a turtleneck, you can be naked if
totally.
you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Just disclaimer.
Yes. But it was so, I was not awkward, but yeah, scared a little bit because I just didn't know what I was walking into.
Totally.
But then after the first, I don't know, even just 3 times, it's like I also when I was tanning somebody, it's not even like I remember their body. Like it probably feels similar to honestly a gynecologist or something like that because I'm so focused on what I'm doing that you don't even see somebody's body. Like I have no idea what they were wearing.
Well, and you're chit-chatting the whole time. Your mind's like on the conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I wish I could scream that from the rooftops to people that I'm like, I swear I do not care about any, like so many women apologize for their bodies.
Oh.
And I wish they could get inside my brain and see how safe they are, and how serious I take these moments because I think to use some social work lingo, I feel like I almost have this like a trauma-informed practice.
Wow.
Yes, because I have no idea when somebody strips down into their comfort level in front of you, like what they have been through in their life with their body. You have no idea from like eating disorders to sexual assault. You have no idea.
Oh my gosh.
And so I take that so seriously and I want them to feel with utmost comfort in front of me and around me. And because of that, I'm giving myself chills because
me
I'm like,
too. Oh,
it matters to me so much.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think that trauma-informed practice matters so much to me because, yeah, it's like this is such a vulnerable moment
Oh my
physically
gosh.
that it becomes so often a vulnerable moment emotionally. And people will tell me things that they just don't talk to people about usually, or because it's like, obviously we're close enough where I'm seeing them naked at
Right.
this point. We are friends.
There's a trust there.
There's a trust, but it's not like we are ever going to hang out outside of this moment. And
Yeah.
so I probably, like I feel like the stereotype is that hairdressers hear everything. And I feel like it is similar.
Wow.
You know?
Oh, maybe more.
Yeah, honestly.
Which is wild because the whole process takes like 10 minutes.
Yes.
Like the amount of information and the depth you go probably
Mm-hmm.
with every single person or most every single person in 10 minutes.
Shocking.
Shocking.
Yeah, I leave it. I'm like, seriously, that was it? 15
Yeah,
and
what
we're
the
out?
heck? Yeah. Oh my god.
But I also think there's an added layer of comfort because we're in people's houses.
Totally.
So it's like they're in their own home, which that's why I really, really enjoy the mobile side so much.
It's so true. That does add a layer of comfort. But okay, well, first of all, what you said is beautiful. And your trauma-informed practice, like that is insanely spot on. Like I just want you to know how much I feel that on the other side. And like everyone I've talked to that has used you feels the same way. And
So kind.
you mentioned like sexual assault or eating disorders, but like honestly, even those of us that were like bullied or just like talked down to about our bodies or even have a bad self-narrative about our body. Like there's so much there about negative body image and just even what our
Absolutely.
bodies have been through. And like, man, that's so true. And it does feel so safe with you. Like you literally step into that little globe and it's like, I'm fine. Like I'm not even thinking about it. Wow.
Thank
That's so
you.
beautiful.
Thank you so much. And I think an interesting situation I've been in because of this
Yeah.
is sometimes I'll do group spray tans. And so
Yes.
people will be like, there's a lot of people that could like see somebody naked, in
True.
these moments.
Yes.
And there's been a couple of times where I like see the root of problems. Like I had a group one time, like I've had this multiple times. I'm not giving anything away, but there was a mom, it was like a wedding party or something.
Yeah.
And the mom of the bride was in the room with us and she would not stop talking about her daughter, the bride, and her body over and over, like nitpicking everything about her, being like, suck in, you don't want this woman to see you like that. Like all of these things. And I was so defensive over this woman. Like I was so defensive because I'm like I asked the mom to kind of like step back a little bit because I was just like, this lady looks like she has tears in her eyes. Like she's probably mortified that this is happening in front of me. And I'm like, how do I convince her that this is so wrong, that you're being talked to like this?
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It's so interesting. Another part of being mobile is being in people's houses like that, where I'm like, oh, I'm seeing behind the doors a little bit of how how people treat each other, how you talk to each other, how people think about each other's bodies. So interesting.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm like, look,
yeah.
I'm not feisty.
No, I
it
was
takes a
gonna
long
say,
point to get me to be feisty, but those moments I'm
honestly,
like,
oh yeah.
how could you talk like this
That's
to your daughter?
horrible.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that probably is really hard to see.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about going into people's homes. Like there's probably a certain level of, just like you said, like you were scared at first just because of the whole process, but like has it ever felt scary or uncomfortable going into someone's home? Like what are kind of some of the practices or, kind of things you implement to make sure you're safe and like it goes smooth?
You know what? That's a good question. I think I'm much safer now than I was in the beginning.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was so much delusion to get me to this point.
Totally. You were like, oh, I just have clients. Like I'll go anywhere.
I'll go anywhere. And so I think like in the beginning, my prices were so much different.
Yeah.
And it was because, like I didn't feel like I had the, I don't know, clout to like price myself higher yet.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of made me available to like some interesting audiences occasionally.
Maybe not your ideal clientele.
Yes, or just like a little bit unsafer areas too.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, like I remember one of my very beginning clients. I mean, she, I showed up to this house and I like, it looked abandoned. Like truly it looked abandoned. And I was like, this is interesting. I don't know what I'm about to walk into. So I called her. And also my husband has like we share all my calendar. So he sees, he has the addresses of everywhere that I am.
Nice.
So,
and then probably your location.
And my location.
Yeah.
So like I've got somebody who knows where I am at all times. And he has like access to everything. But Anyway, I was going to this house and I texted him. I was like, just check on me in 30 minutes. Like, this is weird, you know? I call her and she's like, yeah, you're at the right place. And I walked inside and there was not a single piece of furniture anywhere. There was dirt and leaves and grass everywhere in the house. It's like they opened up all the windows and a storm rolled through the house. It was so weird. And I was like, like this is interesting.
Which again, your social work mind is like, are you safe?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
What's happening? And so she took me into the house and she was like, oh my gosh, don't mind it. Sorry, it's a little messy in here. And I was like, okay.
You're like, it's like we're camping, but okay.
Like we were camping. And she took me up into this room and there was nothing in there but like a ceiling fan and one of those fly traps that hangs off the ceiling fan, whip it around. So this was kind of like me kind of trying to miss the ceiling fan.
To dodge it.
And we sat up in there and I was like, okay, no problem. And it was totally fine. She was like a girl just like me. We were just two peas in a pod together. And I tanned her, my age. She like looked very put together. I tanned her and I left. But I was like, these are moments where I'm like, what did I just walk into? Like, is she homeless? And this is an abandoned house. I have no idea.
Wait.
Isn't that
how did these things not eat you alive?
Oh, like, I don't know. Or, oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Keep going.
I'm telling all these stories.
Keep going.
Okay.
Yes.
Another time in the beginning, I went to tan this group of people at an Airbnb. And they had taken me upstairs. And when I walked in the house, they all kind of seemed a little frazzled. And I was like, you know what? Maybe they're nervous for their spray tan.
Yeah.
So they take me upstairs and it's like an open upstairs. I can hear them talking downstairs. And they're like, should we tell her? Like, I think we need to talk to her. We need to say something. And I'm like, about me.
Yeah.
Like this
You're
is
like,
so
no,
weird.
tell her.
Tell her. Yeah. So somebody comes upstairs and like, hi, we need to let you know something that's going on and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, we found a bag of pills. And she's like, we've called the police because we don't know what it is. And I was kind of thinking like, okay, drama.
Like
whatever. Chill, yeah. So I ended up doing like a group.
They're like young girls.
They were like all ages.
Okay.
All ages, a range of people.
Okay.
And like there was like a mom, a grandma, all sorts of people in this. Yes. So I tan a group of like 5 or 6 of them. And the police came and I'm like cleaning up my stuff. And it turns out it was a bag of fentanyl. It was $40,000 worth of fentanyl. And the police was like, you guys need to leave right away because this is like a drug drop-off. Like maybe like the cleaners or somebody was like had access to this Airbnb and you could give a code away or something.
What?
So they were like, you need to get out of here immediately because when somebody realizes that they have $40,000 worth of their fentanyl missing, they're not going to stop to come in.
No.
And literally I was like, oh my gosh, am I high? Is it in the air? I was so scared.
Oh my gosh.
Scared. So the police officer was like, get out of here. And I was like, I'm out of here. And the lady, I was like, I'm going to send you a payment link. And she was like, okay. She tried not to pay me, by the way. I'm like, you're going to traumatize me and then try not to pay me?
No. Oh my gosh.
It was so insane.
Okay, that is really insane. Oh, the stories you have is just, I can't even imagine. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Siskin Children's Institute, and you're invited to one of Chattanooga's most meaningful nights of the year. Join Siskin on Saturday, August 15 for Star Night 2026, an unforgettable evening of Western glam filled with incredible food, live entertainment, exciting auctions, and powerful stories of hope. Every ticket, sponsorship, and donation helps provide life-changing therapies, diagnostic services, and support for children with special needs and their families right here in our community. Join me and my table as we pull on our boots, dress to impress, and be part of a night where grit, grace, and giving come together. Learn more and reserve your spot today at siskin.org/starnight.
Well, actually, we're kind of going back to, like I was saying, in the group text with my friends, when we get spray tanned, like it's just this level of confidence that tanning does for people. Okay. And it sounds really surface and really vain and whatever, but I don't really care how you get it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, confidence is confidence. And what have you seen that confidence does for people? Like, or do you even ever think about you're in a business so much bigger than just spray tanning?
Yeah, I absolutely feel that way. I think in the beginning, I was like, I still have this social work heart. Like I was like, I want this to be a part of things. Like, even though this is, on paper vain, this is exactly what you're saying. Like, this is so much bigger. And I think it has been so special to walk in. And I don't see a lot of people after their tans.
I was thinking that.
Which
like,
is so devastating.
Yeah, like you don't even get to enjoy the result,
I know.
really.
Like in the beginning, I was asking people, I'm like, how's it looking? Because I was just like, does it look good? But now I just trust. But yeah, I think it's so fun to see a lot of people book tans for a confidence boost.
Yeah.
Like it's not just, there's a lot of just event-based tanning, or wedding tans, but a lot of people also book just because they feel bad and they need to pick me up. Like I tanned a lady a couple days ago. She had scheduled and rescheduled her appointment a million times, which I don't care about, by the way. I really don't.
Aww.
But she was trying to get it around her due date for her baby, having her baby. And she had to cancel because she was going to have like an emergency C-section the next day.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm so sad. I have to cancel this. And I said, we are going to make this work for you. She rescheduled it maybe like 5 different times. Like she really was trying to get this. So I went to her house and I tanned her and she had tears in her eyes because she was like, I just don't feel good in my body. And she was like, and this is going to help me so much. Thank you. Like that makes me feel so like happy for them.
So good.
Yeah, it's just, it's very special to be a part of people's lives like that, where I can give them a boost of confidence in 10 minutes. Like that is so special.
That is really a superpower.
Yeah, it really is.
It's awesome. And I can attest, I've been with you through both my pregnancies and, postpartum. Talk about not feeling good in your body. Like, it's like I've had to walk into big Scout Guide events and launch parties like right after having a baby and be all dressed up and act like I feel beautiful. And like every little bit helps, you know, and like a spray tan just goes the extra mile.
Totally.
Like it really is so amazing. And not to keep fangirling, but like truly even just the time spent with you is such a boost. Like every time you leave, I'm like, man, I just adore her. And I feel like my cup is so full and she's just like such a good human. You're just so inspiring, truly, to like be better. So not only do I look fire, but like my cup is full on the inside, okay?
Well, to shoot it right back to you, I don't always have those conversations with everybody. Like you create the space for those moments, and
my
you do such a good job. I feel the same way about you.
Thank you. So sweet. Okay, let's talk about. So you were saying like you don't always get to see the result.
Yeah.
But like your clients are kind of your marketing team.
Yeah.
That's a bit insane.
No, seriously.
That's kind of like a big responsibility to be kind of out of control of, because like unless people are posting about you and tagging you and sharing with their friends, like you don't have really any proof. I'm sure you could like get together a styled shoot or something, but like it's not the same. So how do you go about that from a business standpoint? Or maybe how has that evolved? Now you're in a lot higher demand and your prices are more where they should be, but like how does that work or like feed into the business?
That's a good question. I think in the beginning, that was my marketing tool, really.
Yeah.
Like that was my goal. A social work degree does not teach you anything about business or marketing.
No.
So I was out there just doing whatever to make it work. And my like marketing strategy that was just, I keep saying the word delusional, I feel like, but it's kind of that.
Fine. Yeah.
Kind of that. Was I'm not from Chattanooga, so I wanted, and I had a very specific idea for who I wanted my clientele to be.
Yeah.
I had no idea these circles. Like I didn't know the people in those circles. I had no idea like how to find these clients. So I did some massive deep diving on social media and I was trying to figure out who are influential people within these spaces.
Yeah.
Like where are they going to get their Botox? Where are they going to get their workouts? Who do they follow? Who are like, influential moms in the community that have like a lot of say or a little following. And I would reach out to those people and I would say, can I give you a free spray tan? And if you like it, will you post about it on your story? Like, and I didn't care what they said, what they posted about, nothing.
Yeah.
Like it could be a picture of the tent for all I care.
Right.
And I remember, so I started in August, and I think in like February, I went to a client's house, and like each month was building, like it was almost doubling, and it was quickly growing. In February, I had gone to a new client's house, and she was like, I was at my workout class this morning and everybody was talking about you. She was like, everyone was like, have you heard of this Tan by Sarah girl? Like everybody's posting about her and talking about her. And I was like,
I've arrived.
Like I've made it. Like my delusional marketing is working. And so I think like the word of mouth, what I've learned, word of mouth in Chattanooga is such a big deal.
It
It
really
is a huge deal, especially in like this demographic I was trying to reach. And so I think I had to let go of some control,
Yeah.
you know, to let people be my marketing.
Yeah.
But it's done me wonders.
Yeah.
It's done me wonders
I'm
because
sure.
I obviously, you know, especially at this point, I feel confident in the service that I can provide somebody and give
Yes.
them the color that they want and not make people orange or too dark or anything.
Yes.
So I think, that really helps me.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And so on the flip side of that, you are the business.
Yeah.
You're the face. You're the practitioner.
I'm the name.
You're the name. You're the chauffeur. You're everything. So I guess first in that, does that ever feel daunting or exhausting? Like, how do you manage the burnout? Let's start there.
You know, I could probably be doing it better, honestly. But I've learned that my business is very seasonal. So it is absolutely insane from January to really June. And then it slows down massively July and August. And it picks back up in the fall and kind of the winter. But like still the peak is January through June. So in January through June time, I am pedal to the metal. Like I am driving thousands of miles.
I was literally thinking
Thousands.
like the wear and tear on your vehicle alone.
It keeps me up at night. It
girl.
keeps me up at night. Yes, I got my car. I like have a car that I drive around, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
No, it's actually my
car.
own 2 feet. Yeah. But I got this car that I'm driving currently in January, I think of 2025, and I've put 50,000 miles on it.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
like, it is so much driving. But in that January through June time, it's like I will take whatever I can get. I'm trying to break my own records. I am doing all the things.
Oh my gosh.
There is no time for me to think about anything except for tanning people.
Wow.
So it feels like I am doing a lot of my admin is lacking because I am so busy with the
Yeah.
actual service of my job.
Yeah.
And then I just have to, like, in my mind, I'm like, this is going to slow down soon. I just need to
Yes.
keep going and then I'll have a break in July and
Yeah.
August. Like, it is a massive difference. So I feel like that's my mentality.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a little extreme.
No, I mean, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
gotta do
And
what
you've
you gotta
learned
do.
the cycles of your business.
Yes.
And I mean, but it's demanding because you're like not only driving all over town, but you also take clients 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Right?
Or 6 days.
6 days. You
But
take
like,
Sundays off?
yeah, but there's like
Okay.
after hours appointments they can book, but it's rare. That they do
Yeah.
that.
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely, like, how does that feel for you and your husband, Tanner? Like, how do you guys manage that kind of insane schedule?
You know, I feel like he's a dream, honestly.
an
He's an
angel.
incredibly supportive and helpful person. Man, husband. He like just is my biggest fan. And so I don't have to worry really too much. It's like
Nice.
if we are pedal to the metal, we find little pockets. And I think
So sweet.
it also helps that we don't have kids.
Yeah,
You know, if we
of
had kids, it would
course.
probably look really different.
Of
But it's like
course.
we make those moments happen and time
Good.
together happen. And it's like sometimes it's just going to bed or waking up together, but
Totally.
or just like 10 minutes in between.
Yeah.
But in those busy moments, but for the most part, it's just he is so supportive. He's so
That's-
happy for me, and that this idea came to fruition and makes us money. You know?
I mean, truly.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
has this kind of surpassed what you ever thought it would be?
Oh, 1000%. Like, I cannot believe the money I make sometimes, and I know that sounds.
No,
I'm
go
like-
girl. No,
Yes.
we love that.
And of course, there's like ebbs and flows to my business, but I just couldn't have even dreamed that I could be at this point. Because when I started with a $32,000 job offer, and I turned them down, the person who was offering me the job at the time, she was like, you know what, you can't do better than this. And
Oh,
obviously,
you're like, watch me.
yes, like,
Spray her in the eyes.
Yes. She told me that, and I was like, I mean, obviously in that moment, I'm like, what are you talking about? $32,000.
What? You're like, I better be able to do better than this.
Like, I feel like I could work at McDonald's for more money for this.
Literally.
But yeah, so it is so nice to, especially because I was kind of prepared when I was in my social work mindset and career that
Yeah.
like for a long time I wasn't going to be making money until I owned something, you know,
Yeah.
or, you know, built something. And so, because it's just not a job you get into for money. So to like have a more lucrative career has
Yeah.
been such a gift. I'm
Ugh,
so thankful.
so
Yes,
thankful.
it's a relief, and it like inspires me to dream bigger because it's like I have this moment and it's bigger than I thought it could be. What
So
what
like
else
what
can we
could be
do?
next?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is next? Like would you ever hire more artists? Like what does growth look like in your seat?
You know, I have been really trying to figure that out because I don't know what that looks like. I feel like my problems are the logistics of things.
Yeah.
I am such a big picture
Yes.
thinker and dreamer, and like the logistics follow. They catch up with me
Yes.
eventually. And I will say it feels like I can like kind of do things delusionally because I'm on my own.
Yeah,
Like if it
true.
affects anybody, it affects me. You know?
True.
So I take it very seriously, of
Yeah.
course, to if I was gonna hire somebody else and provide them an income. So I don't know. I think I'm at a place where I need some help.
Yeah.
But the reality of that, I don't know. And especially just because this is my baby and I care
Totally.
so deeply, again, back to this like trauma-informed practice where people's vulnerable bodies are the most important thing to me in these
Yes.
moments. So like how do I teach that to somebody else? I don't know
Yes.
that, but yeah, I think that I have to let go of some control, you know?
Well, and like when you yourself and your mind and your heart and your presence is a huge piece of what you do, that is
Yeah.
really hard to think. Like, will someone else do it like I can or be as, special and present with every single person and safe with those people, and that's a big responsibility. You're not just
Huge.
handing the keys over to someone to be able to like do the books for your business.
Totally.
You're literally trying to replicate you and that experience you give them
Yeah.
in person in such a vulnerable space. So I can see how that is probably really hard. And
Yes.
but I do believe, and my wheels are already spinning, I think that there are even growth possibilities aside from just trying to hire
scale.
artists. Yeah.
If your yard is looking a little tired in this Tennessee heat, don't give up on it just yet. A quick trip to the Barn Nursery can bring it back to life. Right now is a great time to plant heat-loving favorites like lantana, coneflowers, butterfly bush, and zinnias, plants that thrive through our hottest summer days with the right care. The knowledgeable and sweet team at the Barn Nursery can help you choose the perfect plants for your space and show you how to keep them flourishing all season long. Visit the Barn Nursery in Chattanooga and go play in the yard.
I think it would be amazing if I could, like, my dreams right now are to maybe try to sell or build some really luxury courses where I'm teaching other people who are in my shoes the ropes and give away, or not give
That's
away,
awesome.
but give them all the tools that they need to start the business, including everything that I use, including like brand, logo, website, just the whole
Wow.
thing where they could start right away.
Wow.
Because there's so much that I had to learn from the School of Hard Knocks that I'm like,
yeah.
if I could, have bought in this course and like
Right.
started immediately. And
Right.
yeah, I just feel like
So
that.
yeah, there was no course. Like you started it. You just like bootstrapped it together.
There was like I invested in really nice training. So like
Okay.
I learned how to spray tan from like a really nice person, but everything else was me.
But it wasn't like a franchise.
No.
It wasn't like someone handed you a model and like
No,
all
no.
the stuff. Like
No.
you just took a good training and
Yes.
prayed.
Yes. I took a training and
Lived
I
on
said,
a prayer.
hope this works.
That is amazing. Okay, the courses are the low-hanging fruit then. Yes.
Yeah.
And even just like handing off like just part of who you are and the trauma-informed aspect. Like wow. Like that is so special. I've never heard that. No one's talking about that. Like everyone don't get any ideas because Sarah's going to do it. Okay, hurry up because the people going to be like, "Wait, she's onto something." I mean,
Exactly.
that's incredible.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
I know, we'll
Good.
be cooking.
Yep. Some more client confessions. I think obviously with protecting privacy, not asking for specifics, but what are maybe some of I know just from you and I speaking, there have been some like sort of life-altering conversations you've had with people through spray tanning that have not only changed the trajectory of your life, but even like vice versa. So can you give us some examples of like those
Yes.
moments?
There's really all sorts of different things or that I'm walking through people's lives with them. It's really crazy. But I have had multiple clients, honestly, probably 3 or 4, confess some serious, like, almost like abuse in their marriages.
Wow.
And that it ranges in all sorts of different levels of abuse, like, verbal or financial or all sorts of different things.
Wow.
And that they've never told anybody before, that they've never said out loud, that they've never said anything. And it is like a time for me to really lock in and really remember everything I've ever learned from social work,
Oof.
because it's like a lot of times they're not really looking for resources. Like, they're not asking me like what to do. They're more like, what do? I want support, So it's these moments where I just sit with them and I listen and cry with them. And it is really heavy to hear and listen and be a part of sometimes. But like, it's as such an honor. It's such an honor that somebody would trust me with that they would like have an experience with me and think like they can tell me something that's so serious that they've never said out loud before. And it's also such a privilege to thinking about one client who I was just like, that's not normal. Like, what you're experiencing, like, you're not being treated okay. Like, this is not something how you should be treated.
Yeah, like, this is not okay.
This is not okay at all. And just being like, you are not crazy. You're not crazy. If you feel like your intuition is telling you that he is doing something wrong, you're right. You know, like, and do with that what you will. I think it's so tricky because sometimes I'm in the house with the spouse when these things happen. And I never feel unsafe ever. Like, this is not like a dangerous moment for me. It's way more brave of the client to say something like that out loud to me.
Wow.
But yeah, I think estheticians are required in esthetician school to take a domestic violence class.
Wow.
And I understand why, like,
I didn't realize that.
Yes, which is so cool. I think it's amazing because
Yeah.
it's like these moments where you're just with another girl and they're saying these things. And I mean, there's not much I can do. I can provide so much support and resources, but there's like, if somebody doesn't want to leave, or if they just need somebody to listen to, that's all I can be.
Wow. And that takes a special person, Sarah, for you to even be okay to just be that for people. Like, I mean, I'll admit I have a hard time watching people just like sit in their shit for too long. And like that, I have a soft approach initially, but then it is tough for me to like continue to just sit with people who aren't going to do anything about it. But the fact that you have just like this willingness and ability and enough love in your heart to just truly be there to support, wow. Like, that's really special.
That's so kind.
And
thank you.
I mean, I can imagine though, thank God you have a social work background, because the boundaries.
Oh my gosh.
The boundaries. Like, I would suffer. Oh, truly. Like, I would probably be so wrapped up in it. Like, it would not be good.
I will say that I honestly do feel like there is serious skills that I've taken from social work that I can apply. Like, these moments where I'm like, okay, first I do have a lot of resources if somebody needs, but it's usually they don't want them,
Yes.
But it is wild that I can almost like emotionally disconnect in those moments where it's like I'm so present, but then I can leave and be like, okay, it's not mine to hold.
Yes.
It's mine to support and be there with somebody, but I don't need to hold this in my own heart, and suffer with this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is definitely a skill that I had to build.
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then you have had like a heart thing that then a client, like, share that story. That's so crazy.
So I had something called SVT like a year and a half ago, and it's called supraventricular tachycardia, where out of nowhere, your heart can have this like electrical misfiring and get stuck my one was stuck at 210 beats per minute. And I had no idea what was happening. And this first time it happened, I was with my mom, who works as a cardiology nurse. So thank God I was with her, honestly. She knew what was happening.
Wow.
She had me do all sorts of different like almost like maneuvers to try to fix it at home, but nothing worked. So I had to go to the ER.
Oh my God.
They had to give me this medicine that stopped and restarted my heart. They were going to have to defibrillate me, but it ended up working out. Like, my heart corrected itself, thank goodness. But I lived in serious anxiety after that moment, because I was just like, it felt like I was dying. I was so scared.
When you're like, when is it going to come on again?
Yes.
And am I going to be driving or in a client's house or whatever?
And the idea of being at a client's house and like having all my stuff set up and then have to like take it all down and leave and get to a hospital. Like that just feels so scary to me. So I had some serious anxiety. And one time I was at a client's house, like fighting off a panic attack because of it. And I just was doing everything in my power to be okay. But like once you're anxious, your heart rate rises.
Yes.
And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. So I was looking at my watch and I told a client, I was like, I'm sorry, I have this heart thing. I'm trying to be so normal, but I'm unwell. I was like, I have this heart problem and I'm just making sure my heart's okay. And she's like, oh, is it SVT? And I was like, yes, like you know about that? And she was like, yeah, I had that as a kid. And she was like, when I was a kid, I did handstands and it would correct it. And I was like, what?
That is so nuts.
I know. So she was like, next time it happens, just do a handstand. You're so okay. She was so kind to me. I literally had tears running down my face because I was so anxious. And I'm like,
Yes,
you know
this
what
is-
this is? Like, this is so comforting. And
Yes.
so it had happened again, almost a year later from the first time. And I was with my husband and I was like, I had never told him about the handstand thing. I just had that in my mind and my heart rate was at 210. It wouldn't go down and it was out of nowhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, Tanner, I am so scared, but I know this sounds crazy. I need to do a handstand.
You're like, hold my feet, hold my
He
feet.
was like, okay. Like he was just trying to support. So I did a handstand and it corrected my heart within like 3 seconds. And thank God, because imagine doing a handstand with your heart at 210. Like it felt like my head was going to explode off.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so it corrected it. And I seriously had this burden off my shoulders that I had to fix. Like,
oh my gosh.
I really am hoping and praying that I never have to do a handstand at a client's house. But I'm so
But hey,
thankful
it could
that
be
I have
worse.
something.
Yes.
Yes. But
Wow.
I ended up seeing that client a couple weeks later and I told her, and literally like with tears in my eyes, I was like, thank you so much for this.
my
Like you are my,
gosh.
yes. Like she didn't even think twice
That
about
is
it. But
so cool.
I do feel
mean,
like I've had all sorts of things like that with clients that are helpful to me too. I'm like,
yes.
this is so helpful. This is amazing.
This
you
is
know?
the power of
Yeah.
like people being in the people business.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so cool.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can you believe we have world-class ballet happening right here in Chattanooga? At Chattanooga Ballet, you'll experience breathtaking performances, incredible artistry, and a mission that's all about serving our community through the power of dance. Mark your calendar for the Releve Soiree, an unforgettable evening of live performance, celebration, and giving back, or bring the whole family to Ballet in the Park, a free afternoon of performances, hands-on activities, and fun for all ages. Learn more, grab your tickets, and discover what's next at chaballet.org. That's chaballet.org.
Okay, one special thing that we've connected on that I do feel like a lot of other business owners probably resonate with is you have had an ADD diagnosis in your life.
ADHD.
And ADHD,
Yeah.
yeah. And I have had a loose one as well from a therapist years ago. And we were talking the other day about how you were on medication for a while in your younger years.
Yeah, or no, in like in the last 10 years I've been diagnosed.
Okay.
And so it was like the beginning of that diagnosis
Yeah.
I was on medicine.
Yeah. And I've read a lot about how, I mean, obviously I'm very pro medication for, modern medicine can totally have its place and be great. And, I think that's great if that's people's journey and if it really helps them, all the things. Okay.
Absolutely.
But I do feel like in some regard, ADD and ADHD is slightly a superpower for entrepreneurs and people just juggling a lot, dreaming, big-minded, like all the things. So tell me about your journey, medicated versus unmedicated, and like what really was your decision there?
Yes. So I have been unmedicated for the last like 3 years. And it was mostly because I was like, I feel like my personality is not the same. And I was out of college and it felt like I really needed it in college, honestly, because school was just hard for me to hunker down and really focus on. So I needed the help, to just like get all my things situated. But after college, I was like, I don't really need this as much. I'm okay. And then I started my business and then I had my heart thing. And I was like, there's no reason I need to speed my heart rate up any other reason,
No.
So now I'm really not going to be taking it. But I think my superpower with ADHD is, again, to use this word, a little bit delusional. Like I have no issue with being a perfectionist at all. I am like, what's the saying? It's like perfectionism is the thief of progress, I think. Yes. And
Oh, I love.
I know, me too. And like, I just feel like I don't need something to be perfect before I start.
Me
Like
neither.
I have a big idea and the perfection will follow.
Yeah.
Like I'm 3 years in and now the last probably year, I'm like, I have upped the game in like all the little details. Like
Yeah.
they've eventually followed me, you know?
Yes.
And I think that that's really where I thrive is I have these ideas and I'm like, oh, of course I'm going to make them
Act
happen.
on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, why would I not? I
Yeah.
don't need to be perfect. It will get perfect.
That is so cool,
Yes.
Sarah. I love that.
Thank you.
I
There's
resonate deeply with
plenty
that.
of cons, but
Yeah, I mean, for
that
sure.
is the pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. So cool.
Thank you.
I would love for you to share if someone listening has an idea that they really want to try or they've been thinking about for a long time. What advice would you give? What would you tell them?
Well, to go back to the perfection thing, I think that really perfection steals from progress, honestly.
Yeah.
Like if you are so like caught up in it having to be perfect before you start, you will never start ever, 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 ever. And there's plenty of people in my life around me who want things to be so perfect. And I'm like, I actually do wish I had a little bit of that, but I don't.
Yeah.
I think that is what I would say is like, okay, dream as big as you possibly can and then work backwards. Figure out the way to like your first step. What's
Yeah.
the first step? You
Yeah.
know, is that create a business plan? Is that buy the first piece of whatever service or whatever you're going to do?
Right.
Or I don't know, start offering things for free. I think I gave away, this is like specific to a service-based business, but I offered so much for free in the beginning and didn't make any money for a long time because it's like you need to get your product out there. You need to get your things out there.
I love that.
So there is a return if you give a good service or you give something good. And so start there for free.
I've talked about that a lot with other business owners in your seat on this podcast is like even people who are wildly successful still take on free work or passion projects here and there to either fuel their creative mind or, give back somehow or temp check something new they're trying to bring to the market. Like, I don't think any of us should get too big for our britches to not be willing to still do work just for the work's sake and just to like get a brand out there or get an idea out there, So I think that's so important. And though it might have felt more like no brainer because you were so young, I feel like you're going to have that mentality probably for your whole career, which is going to be a game changer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay. So who has this business allowed you to become?
Oh, wow. That's such a good question. I feel more sure of myself than I ever have. And I think, I'm sure probably that is partly age, being 27 and, getting through your younger 20s and grinding and all the things. I'm still grinding, but I am really practicing the skill every single day of talking to strangers. And I feel like that has just made me so sure of who I am to walk into a room and feel confident that I can make people feel comfortable and, valued and listen well and ask good questions. I think that combination makes me feel like, I can walk into a room and meet anybody and know anybody. And I wish I could tell that to my high school version of myself. It's just like that version of me who still had, the same heart, but was so scared. Like I feel so far past that. And I think that because of all sorts of different reasons, but definitely having to talk to strangers every day, all day, and continuously make all of them feel similar things. It's just like, there is a value inside of me that I can give to people, and I feel so sure of that,
A confidence.
Yeah, a confidence.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, the final question I ask everybody. The heart of Tanned by Sarah is?
Safety.
Oh, I love that. I have chills.
Me too. I think that is totally what encapsulates Tanned by Sarah.
So beautiful. Well, I cannot wait to continue watching your journey. I cannot wait to continue being glowed and bronzed and beautiful by Sarah. And I just adore you. I'm proud of you.
Same.
Thanks for being here today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.